Now, my family, Kate Middleton's deranged supporters are not doing well. My family, we all know how unwell they always have been. Because of how my family, they still are so bitter that Meghan, a woman of color, married Prince Harry. They have not been able to get over that. And my family, right now, they are so upset because it has been announced that Kate Middleton is not going to Singapore for William's Artflop Prize. And because of that, it has raised, questions about William and Kate's marriage. Are they okay? Are they not okay? And my family, I think we can all agree that things aren't well for William and Kate Middleton. Those two just can't stand each other. And no wonder people have been seeing Kate Middleton and William going out on separate engagements because they just can't stand each other. And that is a fact. And my family, with more rumors really of William and Kate Middleton leading separate lives, being spoken about even more and more oftenly, it has gotten Kate Middleton supporters. My family, let me just say, they are unwell. They are very much unwell. And because of how unwell and unstable they are creating some conspiracy theories about Prince Harry, targeting Prince Harry and Beth Herlihy. My family, let me read you what basically some Kate supporters have come up with. And I quote, "The Sussex Squad spread a nasty rumor about William and Rose Hanbury based on a single photo on which they appear alongside Catherine. And then we found out about Beth Herlihy, who not only gazes at Harry with love, but also joins him on trips while Meghan stays at home. #karma. My family, first of all, in response to what they said, an amazing supporter of Harry and Meghan, who my family has roughly up to 32,000 followers on X, formerly called Twitter, said this: "Did Beth's brother talk about these platonic suppers that, she was having with Harry, the way Rose Hanbury's brother did when the tabloids are not the Sussex Squad reported on this so-called rural rivalry between Kate and Rose? Did Harry get an injunction citing his human rights to stop coverage of alleged affairs between William and Rose Hanbury? Did Harry do that? Did Prince Harry do that?" My family, no. Prince William did that. And my family, it is the UK media who came up, first of all. They are the ones who began speaking about William and Rose Hanbury, and only stopped after William, basically, his lawyers demanded UK media not to talk about William's alleged affairs with Rose Hanbury. In exchange also, the carnival of so-called experts were the first ones to write stories about William, Kate, and Rose Hanbury, like Dan Wootton. They got exclusives about Meghan, stories about Meghan, anti-Meghan stories from William and Kate's office. William made a deal to throw Harry and Meghan under the bus so that he, my family, no one, no media outlet, no tabloid speaks about his alleged affair with Rose Hanbury, and that is a fact. That is a fact. And my family, basically, what UK media have been doing is somehow speak about Rose Hanbury and William and Kate in a coded manner. That is what they have been doing. Because everyone knows exactly what happened between William and Rose Hanbury. Every single person, from tabloids to basically in the palace, they know what happened between William and Rose Hanbury. But my family, because of the deal William made with UK media, they won't report about it in my family. However, they will make references to Rose Hanbury and William and Kimilton time and time again. That is what they'll do. Because they're itching to speak about it. But because of the deal the palace has with the tabloids, they won't. And my family, even someone posted a clip of Beth Herlihy from right before the Queen passed away, when Harry and Meghan, went to mark 1 year before the Invictus Games in Düsseldorf. My family, as you can see, Beth Herlihy can be seen right here, close to Meghan Markle, pregnant. There she is, my family. Beth Herlihy, pregnant, heavily pregnant, my family. That is Beth Herlihy. And my family, I must say this about Beth Herlihy. What happened in Singapore, basically, how she was behaving was very, very much suspicious. That I agree. Her behavior was very, very much suspicious. I myself have spoken about it extensively. Her behavior at the Singapore Polo Club was basically, suspicious, my family. I have said that 100%. How she was looking at Harry was weird. Yes, that I agree. But my family, I have also said that from what happened to Prince Harry growing up, Charles' affair with, Camilla, while married to Diana, which caused even Prince Harry himself pain at growing up in a broken home. My family, Harry is determined to ensure that my family, his children, will never ever experience or go through that. Living in a broken home. I agree with that, my family, 100%. With Harry, I don't see him being someone who would cause pain to the mother of his kids, like what Charles did to Diana. I don't see Harry doing that even one bit, because Harry is not that kind of person. And also, my family, in Harry's memoir spare, Harry speaks of what Meghan even told him. That Meghan would never ever raise kids in an environment full of enormous disrespect. Meghan made that very clear to Prince Harry. My family, for me, yes, Beth Herlihy acted very, very much awkwardly towards Prince Harry. Maybe she just wanted to be pictured with Harry. My family, when you are next to someone who's famous, you sometimes want to be pictured next to that person. So maybe that is what she wanted. But my family, for Prince Harry, I can say, for him, I can never ever see him ever causing any pain or harm to Meghan or Archie or Lilibet by engaging in extramarital affairs. And that is a fact 100%. I don't see, Prince Harry ever causing, pain or suffering to Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet by engaging in extramarital affairs. So my family, once again, Kate Middleton's fans, they are upset. They know clearly that there's something wrong in William and Kate's marriage. When Harry said royals thought Married for Love, immediately the tablet said William and Kate, even though Harry never ever mentioned William and Kate's name. Because they know what's going on. They know that William and Kate are living separate lives with family. And even right now, clearly, everyone can see it. That they can't even stand each other enough for them to, attend or do engagements frequently together. They just can't stand each other. And that is a fact. Kate even can't go with William to his art floor prize. And she uses an excuse that George has exams. My family, when has that ever stopped them from going on vacations without their kids? When? Something is wrong between William and Kate Moulton in their marriage. Something is very, very much wrong. And my family, it is becoming increasingly difficult for UK media to keep covering up for William and Kate Moulton. Something is really, really wrong. And my family, speaking about disrespect, I want to speak about Harry and Meghan. An argument that they both had together when Harry and Meghan were staying at Northcote. An argument between Harry and Meghan. That is what I want you to hear, my family, what Harry said about what happened between him and Meghan. For you to understand this, that Meghan would never ever entertain any form of disrespect being shown towards her, my family. And no wonder, really, you don't see her going to King Charles' coronation. I mean, who would? After what we learned in Harry's atmosphere of how Charles called Harry, telling him, don't bring Meghan to Balmoral. I mean, why would you go to King Charles' coronation and then bow down to someone who treats you cruelly, who abuses you? Meghan said, I am not doing that. So my family, Meghan will no longer tolerate any form of disrespect from anyone, and that is a fact. And also clearly, Meghan told Harry the same thing. My family, listen to what happened back in December of 2016. An argument between Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, my family. My family, here is what happened. I believe at this time, they were not married yet. So my family, here what happened. Reunited, a quiet night at Northcote, preparing dinner together, December 2016. Meg and I had discovered that we shared the same favorite food, roast chicken. I did not know how to cook it. So that night, Meghan was teaching me. I remember the warmth of the kitchen, the wonderful smells, lemon wedges on the chopping board, garlic and rosemary, gravy bubbling in a saucepan. I remember rubbing salt on the skin of the bird, then opening a bottle of wine. Meg put on music. She was expanding my horizons, teaching me about folk music and soul. James Taylor and Nina Simone. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Maybe the wine went to my head. Maybe the weeks of battling the press had worn me down. For some reason, when the conversation took an unexpected turn, I became touchy, then angry, disproportionately, totally angry. Meg said something I took the wrong way. It was partly a cultural difference, partly a language barrier, but I was also just over sensitive that night. I thought, why is she having a go at me? I snapped at her. spoke to her harshly, cruelly. As the words left my mouth, I could feel everything in the room come to a stop. The gravy stopped bubbling. The molecules of the air stopped orbiting. Even Nina Simone seemed to pause. Meg walked out of the room, disappearing for a full 15 minutes. I went and found her upstairs. She was sitting in the bedroom. She was calm, but said in a quiet, level tone that she would never stand for being spoken to like that. I nodded. She wanted to know where it had come from. I don't know. Where did you ever hear a man speak like that to a woman? Did you overhear adults speak that way when you were growing up? I cleared my throat, looked away. Yes, she was not going to tolerate that kind of partner or co-parent, that kind of life. She wasn't going to raise children in an atmosphere of anger or disrespect. She laid it all out, super clear. We both knew my anger hadn't been caused by anything to do with our conversation. It came from somewhere deep inside, somewhere that needed to be excavated. And it was obvious that I could use some help with the job. I have tried therapy, I told her. Willie told me to go. Never found the right person. Did not work. No, she said softly. Try again. My family, as you can hear, Meghan Markle will never ever tolerate any form of disrespect being shown towards her, not by Harry, and even right now my family, not from Charles or William or Kate or Camilla. I mean, my family, I recall even what, Meghan told Prince William, my family. Meghan told William, kindly take that finger out of my face. My family, I like what basically Meghan said, my family, My family, not to read that exact part, what Harry said, and I quote. Willie pointed at Meg. It's rude, Meghan. It's not what's done here in Britain. Kindly take your finger out of my face. My family, was this really happening? Had it actually come to this, shouting at each other about place cards and hormones? Meg said she'd never intentionally do anything to hurt Hamilton. And if she ever did, she asked Hamilton to please just let her know so it would not happen again. We all hugged, kind of, and then I said, we better be going. So my family, Meghan stood up to Prince William, and William himself has never ever been the same. William, as the heir, he is so used to getting anything he wants, anything he asks for my family. And as we know, really, William has a huge temper. He's always incandescent with rage. By now everybody knows that. He has a huge temper. And Meghan will not just tolerate any form of disrespect. And William, who is used to getting anything he wants, clearly, my family, that must have hurt him so much. Like, how dare Meghan stand up to me? How dare she? I mean, I am sure that that's how William must have felt. How dare Meghan tell me, take your finger out of my face. I'm the heir. I'm Prince William. I'm the next king. You don't speak to me that way. William is used to getting everything he wants. My family, everything. He is used to just, ordering, and basically everybody bends the knee. Even Prince Harry. And my family, when he saw that is never going to happen with Meghan. My family, the guy clearly was pissed. Very, very much pissed. My family, because he did see that with Meghan, that's never going to happen. She's never ever going to bow down to her abusers. And as we have seen, my family, Meghan is never going to do that. My family, I believe the last person Meghan was ever going to curtsy to really is the late Queen Elizabeth. Because my family, I don't see her ever curtsying to William, to Hamilton, to Charles or Camilla ever, ever again. I just don't see that happening even one bit. And my family, from what we've heard really, William, Kate, Charles, Camilla have no interest whatsoever in saying sorry to Meghan Markle for the pain they put her through, for the leaking, for the Harry and especially Meghan stories that they spread to target Meghan Markle. We have seen that they have no interest in saying sorry. And my family, since that is the case, also for Meghan, she is not going to curtsy to her abusers, and that is a fact. That is a fact, my family. That is a fact. In my family, I'm so happy to see that Meghan is someone who would never ever tolerate or put up with any form of disrespect from anyone. My family, and I'm so proud of her. I am so, so proud of Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, and that is very much, a fact. Now, my family, I want to also speak about what happened when Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, also consulted therapists after my family, that argument with Meghan, my family, on what Prince Harry basically did after on. I love how, first of all, when you read Harry's atmosphere of how much he was committed to ensuring that his relationship with Meghan, it worked out. Harry was very much committed, and that is a fact, my family. And I'm so happy about this, 100% to see that Harry was willing to do everything in his power to ensure that his relationship with Meghan, my family, that it worked out, my family. My family, I'm happy about that 100%. Now, my family, Harry says this after he began speaking with, a therapist. Prince Harry says this, and I quote, "I asked if it would be all right for me to lie down. She smiled. I was wondering when you'd ask, said Harry's therapist. I stretched out on the green sofa, tucked a pillow under my neck. I spoke about the physical and emotional suffering, the panic, anxiety, the sweats. How long has this been going on? 2 or 3 years now. It used to be much worse. I told her about the talk with Cress, Harry's ex-girlfriend, during the skiing holiday. The top coming off the bottle. Emotions fizzing all over the place. I cried a bit then, but it wasn't enough. I needed to cry more, and I couldn't. I got around to talking about the deep rage, the ostensible trigger for seeking her out in the first place. I described the scene with Meg in the kitchen. I shook my head. I vented about my family, Pa and Willie, Camilla. I frequently stopped myself mid-sentence at the sound of passers-by outside the window. If they ever knew Prince Harry in there yapping about his family, his problems, or the papers would have a field day. Which led us on to the subject of the press, farmer ground. I let fly my own countrymen and countrywomen. I said, showing such contempt, such vile disrespect to the woman I loved. Sure, the press had been cruel to me through the years, but that was different. I was born into it. And sometimes I'd ask for it, brought it on myself. But this woman had done nothing to deserve such cruelty. Now, my family, let me just read this part once again, my family. Actually, this is the part I want you to hear really about what Harry said. My own countrymen and countrywomen, I said, showing such contempt, such vile disrespect to the woman I loved. Sure, the press, my family, here's the part. Sure, the press had been cruel to me through the years, but that was different. I was born into it. My family, you begin to understand why UK media always believe or think that Harry is going to come back. Despite all the abuse, the attacks, the insults, the racism that he has, that they have subjected Harry's biracial family through. My family, they believe that Harry is going to come back because he has been conditioned all his life just put up with the abuse and the attacks of the UK tabloid press. That's one reason as to why they believe that Harry is going to come back. As to why Harry would even come to King Charles' coronation. As to why Harry has been coming to the UK for his court case, which he had to come to the UK for, and also for basically Child Awards because he loves those kids. And also, he paid respects to the late Queen, his late grandmother. My family, they believe that Harry's going to come back because in his life, really, he has been conditioned to accept all the abuse, all the insults, all the harassment, all the hate from the UK media. That's what they believe. No wonder they believe that Harry's going to come back to the UK because of that. And they keep attacking and attacking and attacking and attacking Meghan Markle with the hope that they can abuse her out of Harry's life. My family, they've been doing that for 7 years and it has never really worked. It's high time UK media stop what they're doing. It's high time. And they must understand what Harry said even in an interview with Anderson Cooper, when he was asked, do you see yourself ever returning to the royal fold? Harry said, no. No, 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 no. But UK media like, he'll come back, he'll come back, he'll come back, he'll come back, he'll come back. Because Harry has been conditioned in his life to put up with the abuse of my family. And how do I know that? From what he's saying. His very own words. Sure, the press had been cruel to me through the years, but that was different. I was born into it, my family. Harry was coded to accept all the attacks towards him because he was born into it. Born into the royal family, into the institution. My family. And he says Meghan had never done anything wrong to deserve such cruelty. My family, Harry, when you are a person of color, just the color of your skin, just because you are, biracial, just because you're a biracial woman of color, a racist does not see you or view you as a human being. And no wonder, my family, even though Meghan never did anything wrong, just because she is a biracial black woman, she continues to be targeted, abused, insulted, and hounded, even after she fled Britain. My family, still, they continue harassing her. More than 3 years after Meghan fled Britain, my family. But my family, their hate campaign towards Meghan Markle has been a failure, and that is a fact, and they'll continue to fail. This smear campaign against Meghan will not succeed. My family, it will not, and that is a fact, my family. That is a fact. And no matter how much they have tried to destroy Harry and Meghan, my family, they have kept on failing. and they'll keep on failing, my family. And now it's rumors, or my family, but more like conspiracy theories being spread by Kate's supposed supporters, trying to insinuate that Prince Harry would cheat on Meghan Markle. My family, I don't believe that anyone can ever deal with what Meghan has had to deal with what Harry has had to deal with. And my family, when you go through all this that Harry has said, my family, that both he and Meghan have endured, my family, it's not easy to break this. Not easy to break what Harry and Meghan have. And my family, I hope that UK media never ever succeed in destroying what Harry and Meghan have. My family, Prince Harry would never do to Meghan what Charles did to Diana. Engaging in extramarital affairs. That's not what Harry will do, my family. That's not what Harry would do. Especially, when speaking about Camilla, my family, in Harry's memoir spare, Harry calls her dangerous because of what, she did, deals she made with UK media. And how she would tell stories about her, about, Harry and Meghan to the press. Harry told us to my family. And my family, clearly, he has never ever liked Camilla. However, my family, all he ever wanted is to see Charles happy. And my family is ashamed that Charles and Camilla just can't stand seeing Harry happy. And no wonder, even they themselves are part of the abuse of Harry's wife, Meghan. Harry had to endure watching, Charles marrying the woman who made Harry's mom's life a living hell. Harry had to endure all that. And my family, you never heard him saying even a bad word about Camilla. You never had him leaking against Camilla. But my family, Camilla did that to Harry. And then did that to Meghan Markle, the woman that Harry loves. My family, it's how Harry has shown kindness to others, but no kindness has been shown towards him and also his biracial family. It's the racism that Meghan, Archie, Lilibet have had to endure has been completely, cruel, vicious, my family, and deeply, deeply painful. And I do hope that Meghan can keep on healing from what she has had to endure, my family. And my family, may UK media and the royal family never ever succeed in destroying what Harry and Meghan both have for each other, my family. May they never ever succeed, my family. My family, Harry has told you, Meghan has done nothing to deserve such cruelty that she was being put through. And my family, it's so sad how for Meghan, in her life, no one has ever accused her of anything bad. But when she began dating Prince Harry, she's been attacked, abused, bullied, insulted. So much, my family. It's been so bad. But yet, still, UK media believe that Harry will come back to their arms because he was conditioned to accept the abuse of my family. Harry is never ever coming back to abuse. Never. I don't believe that one bit even. I don't. Not one bit, my family. Not one bit. Now, my family, you tell me your thoughts about, what has been said. About Beth Herlihy, my family. I want to hear your opinion about that, my family. Beth Herlihy is, a mother. From what really I have just also learned, my family. And my family, in as much as she did act very, very, weirdly towards Harry, I don't believe that Harry would do to Meghan what was done to his mother, Diana. I don't believe that one bit. Harry is different, and Harry is his mother's son. That's what I firmly believe, my family. And also Meghan, from what you can even hear, my family, what Harry said, Meghan will not tolerate any form of disrespect, and that is a fact. My family, Cableton fans, supporters really, who are mostly, having hate accounts targeting Meghan Markle. It's high time they accept that it is William and Hamilton. It's their marriage that is on the rocks. They are living separate lives, and that is a fact. That is a fact. My family, it's high time that Kate's so-called supporters accept that and stop spreading conspiracy theories about Harry and Meghan. My family, tell me your thoughts, my family, about that kindly. I want to please kindly hear your view, my family. May God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Libedana, and Doria, Raglan, and all of you, members of the squad at home. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever, and may God bless you all, my family. May God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Libedana, and what God has put together. Let no man or woman, let nobody ever separate. May God protect Harry and Meghan and their kids and all of you, members of the squad at home. Let's keep fighting hate. Hate never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.